Dear volunteers, how is everything? Awesome? Fantastic? Oh, I hope so. Getting ready? Okay, so please get everything ready you can. So when we post the website with all the forms and all the details, you already know 95% of everything that's going to be there, okay? All right? Okay, be ready then. So here are more updates. So we are doing that to practice, already practice. For now that we have machines that do this selection, they're amazing. They take rocks out, they take everything out. This is not perfect, but some companies really perfect, not even cut ones, half ones they have for sale. But on the future, we're not going to have those things anymore, right? So it's important for us to get used to it. So whichever you have time, even, to start teaching the children for future practices, okay? Because in the future, we're going to do ourselves. We're going to have the least machinery as possible, harvest ourselves, and so on. Okay? All right. Have a great day. Okay, my friends, how is everything? Great? All right. So here I'm showing you how we are going to check our grains when you plant. So some people close by can do, some farmers, they can still do it if it's close to the city, right? They can still do that. And people from the neighborhood, can have some land to some things themselves as well. Whichever is possible, garbanzo beans. Okay, so you can buy in bulk like that with these points. Okay, with the bag, right there. Transparent bag. This is not 100% transparent, but it's pretty good transparent, right? So it's okay. All right, so that's how you're gonna do it. You put everything there, okay, and then you're gonna choose a little bit and slide in your bucket. So you get a little bit, approved, and slide. Okay, so let me slide mine. All right, so you get a little bit more. Children gonna help, see if it's any rocks around. All right, approved, okay? So, you see, got a little bit more or less like that. You see how much? Okay, then you put in your bucket or your container, whichever you have. So that's the only one I found was not good. I put on a side. So you keep doing the same, all right? Because when you buy in bulk, for now, and on the future, it's because people need jobs, so that's okay. Soon as not only monoculture, and they plant other things as well. They want to use tractors, it's mostly machines that are used manually, so that's okay. So you get a little bit more, right? Check, check, check. No rocks, no bad ones. Okay, approve, put on a side. All right? Okay, my friends, that will be great. So in the future we can have that if farmers as well and sell things for points the same way as fish farms and other locations, right? And if they use manual things like with some wheels that are easy to roll, right? And they push that little machine, a couple can push, okay? Trirate the soil and so on. Having space for the person to walk and have space for the person to be moving the soil, aerating the soil, okay? And never monoculture, need to have at least 4 or 8 things. We're gonna decide that afterwards. All right, we're doing great. I put that about the beans because we're gonna need that everywhere, right? Check the beans, check the rice, check the food, everything really properly, keep all the receipts so we have records. And everyone on those trailers need to have their main records book. One records book is with all regionals. The receipt from the supermarkets, from every company that you have in your city, you need proper receipts. The regionals go to one records book. The copies go to another records book, exactly the same. And the workers sign in and sign out at these record books. And you take pictures of the workers and everything else. And they also need their shots before they start giving shots, vaccines to people. Okay? All right, so we're very organized. Who's going to keep those 2 records book? The documentation trailer, right? And keep on a key. Lock their file cabinet. So they did, everyone arrived, put on a locker. They're gonna get the receipts from everyone. What time? Morning, afternoon, when gonna be that time? Got one receipt, put on a drawer, lock it. Get another receipt, put in a drawer, lock it. And then you glue all the receipts in the end of the day, right? No one else gonna go in supermarket or anything. If you have delivery of food, get that paper, put there too, okay? And then you glue them all. End of the day, everyone leaving, they have to sign at those 2 records book, not only at 1. So you have all the records, everyone signing in, and then a few pages later, after you glue all the receipts of that day, right? If it's just 1 or 2 receipts and they're thin, small, put them long ways, horizontally, okay? And you fold the sides, right? Fold the sides. No, don't fold. Try to really glue everything. Always 2. One will be kept afterwards at the university for any need, and 1 will be given to the city office after the end of the 28 weeks, okay? All right, so make sure you have records of everything properly signed. So all those documents from the workers, those volunteers, gonna be properly organized. Do not promise money to anyone. We need volunteers, people that already have some money in a bank, because soon everything gonna be peace points anyways, right? So for now, say no, we can't, no, we can't, no, we can't pay anyone, even that you have money. Why? Because we need money for other things. We need money for food, we need money for materials, we need money for everything that we did not get donations of these trailers, materials, If trailers need AC, make sure you get authorization to install a wall AC. If they need windows, because as soon as possible, we're going to open those windows, get the germs out, right? The AC is just during, if it's too humid, then we need AC for those surgeries, the computer. Okay, but lunchtime and end of the day, less people, and not too hot, open the windows. So you need authorization to cut those trailers, or they will do it. How that will be done? You need always to be 100% smart and 100% safe, right? So you're gonna talk to the owners of those trailers, not the worker that just do the rental, okay? All right, so in a few words is that. So this video is for all these updates, all these things, and you're gonna have proper details at the website, but just for you to have already an idea about everything, okay? So we're really organized, and as I said, when the website will be ready, you already know 95% of everything, and just a few updates, and then you're gonna learn, okay? Those workers, they need to have authorization, some really with license, such as the doctors, right, with proper local license according to the country they're working. And they are also going to do our testing. They also have to do homework. And those computer trailers. So for the first week, you're not accepting anyone from outside. You are receiving materials, organizing your materials. That's the first preparation week. Get everything ready. And then first, what's going to arrive? The trailers. Second, trailers and wall, cement, wall, right? And then a whole week. And then what's the second thing's going to arrive? Everything else. Tables, materials, food, everything else. So if you need everyone bring their own food for the first week until the food really arrives, right? Okay, everyone bring their own food. Now another thing, every trailer need proper cabinets attached to the wall. Get authorization because you're gonna make screws inside the cabinet and screw to the walls of these metal trailers. Okay, so it's very important. You get authorization, you get those cabinets with a key. Why? Because everyone working at those trailers, so they need to have a key. Every trailer have one cabinet with 2 doors for people that work. And these 2 doors are separate doors. So for example, the doctors, right, have their own small little cabinet towards their work area, and the office people, the couple, have another small cabinet. All cabinets are really from the inside screwed to the trailer, so they can put their water bottle there, safe water bottle. And until food really arrives, you know, they can bring their own food and put on those cabinets and hold the key. Hold the key where? Inside their pants. They need to make sure everyone, before they start work on that first week, they have that inner small pocket on their jeans pants, right? They only work with pants. It's forbidden to work with shorts for protection of always germs and everything else. Any spill, right? So they have that, you know, the belt hook inside. They can sew themselves because those are people that you really trust, those workers, right? Okay, so that first week, what they're gonna do? They're gonna help each other, make sure, you know, they try the basics. So they go a little bit to the games, they prepare food, they eat food, you know, so everyone gonna have their chance. They also can check themselves if anyone needs male and female test. They have to do everything before they help others. They need that whole week to do themselves because we're gonna have 2 weeks before the 28 weeks. So the 28 weeks gonna start on November 11th, right? So we do some special celebration in the morning for 2 hours or so, and we right away we start working. Okay? All right? Start working because that's our main objective. Start working. All right, and we have the main boat parade afterwards, like January 1st. I think that's the best. January 1st is the boat parade. Okay? Because we are not going out. We just plan everything to start work and then we're going to go out, to stay the whole day out and start next day. No, next day is not the best day anymore. All right? Okay. So we get this done. We get this organized. And you're going to first have all your own families, the workers from the university, teachers and helpers, right? And students, whichever area they are, practice with themselves. Okay, security guard gonna check their cameras. You know, if anyone needs a surgery, such as for vasectomy or tubal ligation, anything that's needed. They can bring their children, they can bring their teens, for vaccines, for everything. Okay, because those workers also, many gonna move to those locations, right? They're gonna move one place or another. Some gonna stay in the same area and also can have treatment and everything. Okay, they can also bring their dogs. All right, the dogs, the bus come and then the bus go back and come back again. So have a group of people that one day bring their dogs in the morning, and then they bring them home and come back next day, and then another group another time, something like that, right? Because we cannot have too many dogs on a bus, but a few each of this weekday, right? Get them done, not Friday, get them all done until Thursday with their vaccines, or put them to sleep, whichever is their condition. That we already have a video gonna be part of this one. Okay, so here you have an idea. Get everything really ready before you start offering service to others. Okay, You're also going to visit the school, the police, everything on these 2 weeks before November 28th. You have everything ready, okay? All right, you have everything ready. Okay, all right. So all the paperwork, everything really organized, and okay, everything printed and at the documentation. You also already start signing in and out on these 2 records book on this 1 week preparation week, okay? Or 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, I think. That's the best. When you really start gathering papers from the city, from companies, getting donations and everything, I think 2 weeks. So everyone gonna start get an even day to start 2 weeks before that, okay? All right, will be end of October, right? Choose a good day, such as 28th is a good day, right? And before that's not needed. But on the 28th, you start putting on the 28th all the receipts, contracts, agreements, everything there. All right? Okay, so that's basically a few words. So let me record, put the videos, download the videos, and then we record some more. Thank you for your cooperation. Have ready. And for the volunteers that are hearing this to type everything and put the website, also type everything, put everything in alphabetical orders for the subtitles. The main titles is in the degree of importance. And for the subtitles and the topics, always in alphabetical order, because it's easy to compare, people that are doing one and one or another department, so we can just keep adding to what is already written. All right? Okay, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Okay, my friends, so here we have a pattern for all countries. This is just the basic ideas. We're going to make better with better drawings and more details. But the basic idea is like this. So if you need to help be a team leader, if you want to be the 10 department director for any new land is these places we're going to have everything. All right? So we need a big land. All right, and then we're gonna share this land. So let's say here's a part of the main shared residential community, then you're gonna have a big one for a school, and then you keep going, all right? And then you're gonna have a big land for commercial areas, because they're also gonna have the stores up front, right? But they also need land to plant, right? Restaurants or cotton, whichever you need, they're also going to have a big land. And then we need the big land for university, and then we need the big land for everything, okay? We're going to have. All right, those basic things, the city office and everything, I already show you that big map ahead. So here it is. So let's just say a few words about the residential community. So here's just an idea. So you're gonna have rows according to the sun, the best location as possible to have a beautiful entrance here. Just these ideas. So this is just some ideas, right? Okay, so here these circles are buildings. So you're gonna have 4 or 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, something like that, okay? Just for you to think, because we're gonna have proper engineering plan for everything. So it's just, look, my pencil is still good. Oosh. All right, so here it is. All right, so here gonna be fruit trees, and here also gonna be some fruit trees, all right, in different locations, all right, and then we're gonna have gardens. So for example, here's some gardens for those families, here some gardens for those families, here for those families. Everyone gonna have their garden really close by, whichever the sun is, according to. So we're gonna have a few different patterns, and people are gonna choose. And of course, the whole city gonna be new lands are these our cities, right? Organization, the peace cities. Okay, we can call like that instead of new lands. We can also call the peace cities. All right, the peace cities, we can call that too. right? Because it's really clear. It is a small city with everything in it. New land is good, but it's not really clear. So let's call from today on, we're gonna call peace cities. Okay, so here's an improvement. We won't call new lands anymore because here's really clear. Everything, cities, it's everything. Peace because from the organization. All right, so let's say just some ideas here. All right, so you have buildings, building space, building space, building space, building space. Okay, so more or less like this, if the sun is coming this way or this way most of the time, according to where you live, because if you're really in a tropical area, the sun gonna come, above. It's not sideways, like, most as you go to the tropics, right, and then get more sideways according, to the, if you north hemisphere or south hemisphere. Okay, so you're gonna have more, plants here. Okay, more trees everywhere. That's the first thing we do. We put, because the first thing we need, it's a place for people to live, right? Okay, so everyone that will be approved, they already can get this one main entrance, whichever will be here or here, depends where the main street will be. I'm just giving some rough ideas. 2 meters, 2 meters, that's the first thing we do. With the cameras all around, we have those cameras on the wall, a few different ones by the gate, all right, and everywhere. 2 meters, very thick. The base for these walls, it is a good half meter or so, right? Half meter, because the base, because gonna be sliding walls or made walls. That's okay too, depends what's most sustainable for the area gonna be, but they're gonna be really, really thick, such as 10 centimeters concrete, or even 20, because we are doing things for millenniums. And if needed, depending how the soil is of each area, because some places are sandy, some places are really strong already, God have good. So if needed, we put 1 meter base of concrete for each base. Like every few meters, we need the base, right? We need the base. Okay, so every few meters, so gonna be a half meter or 1 meter concrete base. And I think the safest is to have this post gonna be big and strong, and then gonna come the top that we are going to connect. I don't know how, so nobody can slide those things out. So they're gonna be connected, and then a cap of concrete goes on the top. I don't know exactly how, but if we do this ending molding, like a crown molding, I don't know how they call, but if we put this to the end, and then afterwards, I think, come the cover. They fill up these places here with concrete, and they put another concrete cap on the top. I'm using those words because that's the best I have for now. Okay, and then comes the next one. So nobody can slide these things up, even they want one day, because it's all sealed with concrete to concrete, in a way that they're not going to be smooth. They're going to have holes. So when they add concrete here, and the cap also has holes. All right. So the back, everything has 2 meters, and here we're going to start having this as soon as possible. So that's the order. We have an order of things that what we're going to be building the soon as possible. The first thing is the water well and the 2 meters walls all around. Before we call the population, we need these basic things. Cameras all over, these basic things I told you, because we cannot have people that we don't even know walking all around, looking all around. So we do all these basic things before anyone comes back, just for the team that's chosen, right, to make, or a company chosen, or whichever it is, all right, to help us with these 2 basic things. All right, then we have the water wells, we have the 2 meters walls all around, and then we have the gate, the front gate, and then we can start. Oh, and the bathrooms, That's priority, that will be part of the clubhouse, because they can use that. They're gonna be checking out their workers, all right. And then comes the meeting room, people gonna sleep now, laundry rooms with machines for the sheets, right? Already connect to solar panels. And we also have laundry sinks with clothesline, because all the clothes can be here. And here can also come like jeans, pants, right? Because basic things. And work shirts, I think, yeah, whatever is most important, yeah, we can wash there. All right, so here's just for simple things, simple, easy things. All right, and then we are going to need here our cooking kitchen that will be part of this clubhouse. Okay, will be part of this clubhouse, because we're gonna really cook items on this beginning of transition. And we're also gonna have our greenhouse. So here, our greenhouse. So for the beginning, we're gonna do a lot of trays with sprouts, because they're quick, few days, 2-4 days, you can start eating. 4 days, right? In 4 days, we can start eating those sprouts while we plant our own gardens. Why I'm saying that we start with the sprouts? Because this is safe. It's easy to check people washing their hands, washing their nails. Nails are short, okay? And everyone gonna be safe on cameras. And here, gonna take more time. We have to prepare the soil. But some people will already be working, right? Okay, so we have the garden 2 room, and the pool start, and the maintenance room, okay? And we need a few meeting rooms. So if we have, let's say, 2 meeting rooms, one gonna be afterwards, gonna be closed room, one can be open room, right? Open room like a veranda. So let me put here veranda. And then we have the maintenance room, garden 2 room, okay. And then this is the basic, because people that are already going to be living there and people that they themselves going to be building, they need these basic things instead of how you call those toilets, construction toilets, right? Removable, they're going to be using a proper bathroom with lids and a toilet and so on, male and female at the time. All right, so, and then we come here. And we're gonna have 2. So if we have one, let's say here will be the clubhouse, just an idea. So here will be the clubhouse, right? Here somewhere with the pool, and then, so we have some bathrooms here, right? But we also need some type of bathroom here in the back, for example, because this community is going to be really big. And on the future, some people can have the religious meeting here, some people can have the religious meeting there. So I think 2 different locations, I think is reasonable. So here, they also going to have, we are not going to call 2 clubhouses because they're not needed, but can have meeting rooms and so on. Okay? All right. So, and then this entrance, we're going to have what? Only who is really authorized. As soon as we have the water wells and the bricks, the wall, even here, we can have a simple thing until they build this very fast. The chosen people can be hired companies from the closest city. All right? Okay. Because we need to be really safe. And inside here, only people that already have their vaccines, they have their blood tests, they pass on everything, right? Okay. So only authorized trucks, they come where? They come only here, close by. All right? They cannot go far away. They drop off their trailers. So let's see, for example, the places of trailers gonna be here. Just giving you some ideas. We're gonna think about all these details afterwards. All right, Andrew's helping me, and many volunteers are helping me, and gonna be great. So all the trailers gonna be really beside each other, really organized in one row. So the trailers comes, oh, sorry, it's the other way around, because when they leave, it will be this way. Because when they leave, they connect and already go out. You know, when we use all that materials for new trailers to come, yeah. So they're gonna do change, turn, and already live in a position to live. And on the other side, we can do the same, okay? Because many people gonna be building. So we need the space here for the clubhouse, right? Because that's urgent, okay? And here, this part is urgent because people are gonna be living at these two locations. The open rooms, the meeting rooms and the closed rooms, family's gonna be living right there. They fold their blankets in the morning, they fold their hammocks, and they're ready. They can eat there because shaded air in case we don't have trees, right? They're gonna be studying in the afternoon at those locations. In the evening, time to change. They have their dinner and make their bed until we have the first apartments for first buildings with apartments. Apartments going to be exactly like Harbor Cay. The only difference is going to be smaller. We don't need that big. You see, so this part, the living rooms are too big and the kitchen are too big. So going to be a little smaller. The kitchen going to have a huge door instead. So let me already show you here, okay? So you have an idea. Okay, so we are here at Harbor Cay, right? So you see this part here? Okay, so you have here, you see this, we have here the porch. Everyone gonna have porch with very, very strong nets, mosquito nets. That's mandatory for us to have. All right, so if you see the pattern, we're gonna have 8 apartments. See the building across the street? That is the type of building, exactly the same we're going to have. No trees close by. Trees gonna be really far away, so they gonna have 1 meter concrete on a base. That's the structure. You see? All right, it's another one there on the back. Okay, so you have an idea. In other videos, you already saw many buildings. So we have a lot of windows, big windows, the porches. You see the porches? All right, okay. So that's our base we're gonna use. All right, the porches, we are going to have 2 floors only because it's easy for people to walk, it's easy for cameras to see, it's safe, everyone gonna be really know each other. And then we have a lot of grass. You see there? A lot of grassy areas for people to plant at the front and on the side. Each family gonna have their own, nobody can touch it. It's different for areas where we're gonna plant things that we're gonna share. It's different, like big roots that doesn't need care, daily care, such as the yucca, the cotton, but the daily fruits and daily veggies and salads are right there around. Okay, so let's say a few words here about our porch. So we're going to have that. That is too far, you see, because a baby is not safe for babies and little children. So it needs to be a little more narrow. You see this one here? You see, let me get my ruler so you're gonna have an idea. So for us to be safer, okay? So we have here the hole itself, it's 14 and a half, the space here, see? 14 and a half. And here, look at this one. This one is 17 and a half. Look here. Oops, sorry. Can you see? Let me see if I can show this way. All right. So we came here. So, no, 18. 18. You see there? 18 centimeters. Right there. You see? All right. Here's the 18. Right there is my finger. You see? All right. So you see the line is right. Look, 18. It's too much. This hole is not good. So we had to calculate, so this will be really good, really strong well, you know, well attached to the ground with hooks that are not rustable. All right, okay, nets gonna be, we have to find a way because these nets are not good. They keep getting out. We have to find a way here, a system that the net's gonna stay there forever, all right? Needs to be there for at least what? At least 20 years until we plant a lot of herbs and we won't have mosquitoes. Okay, so we need that. Good, very good calculation to go all around. Put very strong nets. Why? Because, you know, children, it needs to be long, so no children gonna climb, because the older children are safe. So here will be about a meter high, and then the top, it's here. We need this frame as well for the top, you know, so we're really safe, because the apartments on the bottom, nobody come in, nobody get out. All of them gonna be the same. So we have this frame on the middle, you see here. I think that's really good. So we have frame on the bottom, frame on the top, because we don't want anybody to get inside when people are traveling, so we're gonna be safe for millennials. These need to be really strong, okay, this frame. Okay, so we have those sliding doors, you see here? Sliding, big, lots of windows coming in. Okay, we're great, all right? The light already said, all these other details I already said. Okay, so when you get out, gonna be like that, you know. We don't need this second one outside. We are going to have one inside that lock, right? The one that lock, but also one that slide the hook on the top. You know, this thing that slide on, okay, slide. All right, for little children can be really up high here, almost at the end of the door, right there, because the parents are safe. And if needed, they can buy a lock and they put it there. So they're really safe, you know, if children are getting really bad, you know, they have that hook. We have those a lot, you know, so they can put a lock and bring their thing inside. It's mandatory for people to go outside on Saturdays and Sundays, so, you know, no parents gonna have anyone inside. Because if they're not outside on Saturdays, you know, neighbors gonna know. All right, so this, it's okay, you know, for a quick check, you know, we're going to have that, you know. Actually, we don't need, this is the one we don't need, we just need that. We locked, okay, we're safe, we don't need two. We're just gonna have one main one here on the bottom, regular one, and this big hook, sliding hook with a hole that we can put the lock on the top. Okay, because that's even good for teens, everyone else. All right, so here we have this frame, and other videos you already saw. We are not painting, and here we have a lot. Look how far. So we have here more than 2 meters between apartments. So we have a lot of fresh air coming. So that's the structure. We have 2 apartments, one side, 2 the other, so it's 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. Really good, the air circulates. We're gonna have the numbers, okay, and everything else I already told you. Now, let me show you a few things. So this kitchen is the situation. You see here the kitchen? We don't need, this kitchen is too big. We don't need that part. You see there? We don't need that part. Okay, so we take that part out. We're going to have white refrigerators and so on. Okay, so now comes this other part here. You see this other part? It's also not needed. So we don't need this, we don't need that, and we don't need this. We're gonna have a proper, you see, because this is an L-shaped living room. So here you have an idea. You see, it's plenty of space. So it needs to be a little smaller here. So let's say about a meter smaller, because we still have plenty of place. Sorry, that's my table there, a little messy, but look messy, but it's not. Almost every day I put up all the piles. Okay, so this way you have an idea. All right, my friends, thank you so much, and I see you soon. Okay, so we talked already about this front entrance for trucks, for trailers, for families that live there, already are living on those locations I told you, by the clubhouse, you know, by the extra part there, you know. So we're planning to have for each 220 apartments. I think this is a good number, okay? I think that's plenty. You know, we can go 240 as well. I think 220 or 240, okay? All right. So we got that soon after the deed. Everything else already said. So the trailers come, they are checked, they have to open the trailer door, make sure what's inside before those trucks come in. They give a code, everything we already said, right? They give a code to the security guard that is here. They give a code, they come in. All right, all the trailers properly neat here. On the future, we're going to plant long-lasting food here, such as yucca, cotton, other things that, you know, the fruit trees, some things we can already plant here on the back, okay, because we need space, but not here. So, gonna be the trailers. We can also have some trailers this side, okay, in a way that they are also ready to live. Okay, so we're gonna use those most as possible, fast as possible. So they get out and these stay longer time because they're closer to the gate, okay? So these materials here are the one for the base of everything. You know, tools, materials for all the base. And we have concrete trucks coming daily. That's different. They're gonna fill out everything, all right? They bring it ready. We're not going to prepare. At the end, it's okay. We can prepare some right there with those small mixing machines. You know, these like about a meter tall or so. But for the beginning, we're going to need trucks ready. So they come from the nearby city already mixing the trucks. Mix. While they drive, they're going to be mixing. Then they're going to dump on all those bases. All right, so here I showed you some ponds, future ponds, some fruit trees. You see I made some fruit trees on the side. Here's another fruit trees. And with plants, okay? And some gonna have water from the buildings, you know, clean water. Some will have the water from the, how you call? Laundry, and some from the houses, okay? So we're gonna have some ponds. I think four ponds for each community. I think that's good. But we can also have, depends how big they are, right? I think it's better 4 bigger one instead of 8. All right, let's do 4, okay? All right, so all this is space for their own gardens according to where they live. So as soon, we're going to start on the back. Those apartments are, you see these buildings here, 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are the 1, 2, 1, 2. They're going to be ready first. All right. So these first trucks leave. They already gave all the basic materials for the walls, for the roof, right? Here. And those are details, you know, so doorknobs and everything else, okay? All right, and then the items for the houses, such as refrigerator, the stove, okay? As soon as possible, as soon as those first buildings are ready, so let me show you here, let me get a different color. So let's say these 2 are ready, these 2 are ready, these 2, and these 2, okay? So just for you to have an idea, we have these 8 buildings ready, right? Each one with 4 apartments. Each one, you know, basically ready, all right? And then what we need? We need the tile, we need the painting, okay? They already have installation, the walls, the solar panels. Oh, each roof, on the roof of all houses, even that we have solar panel, we are also going to have here, all roofs, both sides, you know, 4 sides I think is too much because, yeah, we can only have 2 or 4. They're going to have what? The wind electricity, the wind electricity. And some areas, we're all going to have solar panels, but this can be a helper, somehow. If we can process them in the same way, I don't know. But depends also where they're located, all right? Okay. Solar panels can also be on a side of buildings, not only on a roof, because some depending where they're located. So most on the tropical, close to the equator, the roof gonna be really great, and we can have almost flat, little diagonal like that, because the sun goes a lot, most of it on the top, they go over. And for other areas, more tropical areas, we can have the regular roof like this. Okay, so that's another detail that's important according to how far, or if we're right there by the equator. Okay, all right. So the other thing, we are avoiding to have people right on the equator because it's way too hot. But we know that on the future decades, we're gonna have more. The temperature of the planet gonna be cooler. Okay, all right. So that's how you're gonna be. Okay, so those coming to this main entrance, who will be? Will be the trucks, authorized trailer. The best will be already the truck come, the truck stay, with the cabin. The truck stay with the cabin. That's another safe way. All right, the trucks are ours. So they go, come back, go, when they finish. That's another safe way as well. Depending on the area we are, the truck's gonna have cameras in front of them. We're gonna monitor them all around because we're gonna be using them. So if they are doing this Peace City here, they're also helping another Peace City a few kilometers away, not too far, another Peace City, because we need, we're gonna be sharing trucks and the cement trucks, the small cement maker, the small one for details. Okay, so the ponds I already talked. We're gonna have cement at the bottom. Yes, we're going to have cement and on the side, maybe a meter or so, to be really, really strong. Okay, because to avoid leaks and so on, the plants already talked. We're gonna have good like lily plants on the top to avoid evaporation. We're gonna have dirt on the bottom for those plants, some plants on the ponds to grow, right? On the top of this very strong concrete is the only way. Gonna be always a shape, never triangle. So they are not going to be really straight like pools because they're ponds. So we're going to do the best we can. They can have some waterfalls here because the water is going to be circulating and it's pretty. So for example, this is this side and the other one is here. They can be a little different, okay? Little waterfalls, like 1 meter or 2, because the waterfalls, maybe 1 meter. We don't want too tall. Yes, we can do 2 meters tall if we have rocks placed in a way that we can put some plants in it, and depending on the area, we can have little water coming to be pretty because people gonna be enjoying their own neighborhood because for now, that's the place they have for fun, right? But also the place they have for to be, right? To enjoy. Every evening gonna play their own children, teens. They're gonna work out. So we need to be pretty. We're also gonna have a bench, 2 benches by every pond. Here close by. Okay, every pond, 2 benches. People can sit at Jumai or close to the water fountain. All right. Okay. So we have that, and we have the parts. Okay, so some ponds, they can be built like that. You see? They can, I don't know if you can see. All right, here. In steps. All right, so the bottom is concrete, 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 and then we have a little mud here and dirt here, mud, mud. All right. Okay, so here's already the surface, let's say. All right? Why? Because we need big plants, we need small plants. They're different. Different varieties the most as possible. Okay, so now can only live at the clubhouse and here and at those hammocks places families that are already approved. Local families, families from cold region, refugee camps, to be what? 20% each race. So, that's how we're going to approve them. 20% each race. Already approved 20%. Mexico, sorry, bye-bye, this is full. The next P city is 2 kilometers away or so on. All right, so I think I talk about... so they're gonna be all across the street. The plan I showed you a long time ago, they're close by to each other. They're gonna form a city. We're gonna have 8 total templates. 8 total templates for residential communities. 4 or 8, depends, okay? I think we can do 4 templates for tropical areas and 4 templates for subtropical areas, okay? Because the roof changed, quite many things change. And also for North Hemisphere and South Hemisphere, okay? North and South Hemisphere. Why? Because the sun comes in a different way, as I already told you, okay? All right, so we're doing great. I think for the apartments 220 or 240, and I think from this page, I think we're done. All right, you see here on the side, it's just come a whole other place. The school or the commercial plaza. The school is the most important right now because people are not going to have commercial plazas for now. Well, the future is good to have, right? People gonna gonna plant, but for now the main thing is the school. The school right now gonna be one for everyone until we build the others. So children, teens, preschool gonna be all here, right? I already told you the preschool gonna be always right there by, so the parents get off the gate, drop them off, for example, right here's the preschool, and go to their work, their own school, across the street or not, so on. Okay, so this page I already explained. Now, let me explain a little bit how it will be inside, okay? So, let me just put this here. Here, let me show you. Okay, so here, let me do this way, sorry. And put this here because the paper is here. All right, so you see here, only approved team leaders and team helpers. Only approved team leaders and team helpers. Only approved families. Okay? All right. So we have 240 apartments. Okay? Or 220. I think 220 is a good number. All right. So who gonna be the first? Doctors, nurses, teachers, everyone that already speak English. But of course, we're going to attend the population themselves first because they're going to send paperwork from their own country. But we're not choosing 100%. We're going to have our own lab, everything ours, and check everything they're doing. Okay? All right. So, on the community I showed you, we are going to have some gazebos. Remember the one I showed you on the back? And some, so we can have some gazebos that will have hammocks. So we can have a few like that because in the future it's good to have some different structures. So we can have some round ones. All right, you see here the red? This, here this red. We can have 4 or 2 walls. So for example, if they have desert close by and they still have a strong rain, right? So it's better 4 small walls and leave this side open. Okay, they're close to each other because the department directors directing that religious meeting, they can sit right here. They can have their long table here and both of them can sit right there, and everyone can listen. And here can be families on a floor. So in the future we have chairs here, chairs there, and everyone, because some people are pregnant, elders, they can sit in chairs, folding chairs from the clubhouse, right? So, and some families, they can also sit on the floor if they feel good, because the 2 hours meeting, we can have a variety. They sit right here. No one is here on the back. I think it needs to be the other way around. They can sit here, okay? So, let's say if they are this area here, remember I showed you here on the back, gonna be like this. So no one gonna be behind them. It's walls, the property walls, for example, and some garden, that's it. Everyone gonna be sideways or in front of them on these sheets on the grass. This will be a grassy area, okay? This grass that's really strong and does not need to trim. So people put there, gonna be soft, right? Babies can even sleep, parents are looking, watching them. We have fans. So we have fans. So here are the 4 walls or 2 walls. Here's an example. We have 2 walls, and this is an example if we have 4 walls. Because we need to be safe. All right? That's the main thing. So if we still have, as I said, a very strong rain or desert dust, wind, right? So we have one more, okay, but they still safe, and we have here. All right, the fans gonna be located mostly sliding fans, because sliding fans take mosquitoes away. So they're gonna be on these 2 sides and also in the middle. So for example, if we have 4 walls, we're gonna have 1 fan here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and here. They go, come back, or 2 very strong ones. I don't know which one is better. 4 smaller ones or 2 bigger ones. The roof, it's slanted or like a regular gazebo, like that, like that, okay? Round or slanted, like flat, okay? A little bit slanted. So which way it is will be fine. Okay, so we got that. And here people sit. So we have fans here as well, solar panel for this. And the bathroom, I don't know where would be the bathroom, but maybe, for example, bathroom here, for example, close to the wall, the property wall, right? And maybe here the kitchen area, right? Or something like that. Okay, so these will be used for meetings, regular meetings, monthly meetings, religious meetings, okay? For practices of dances and things when it's raining, okay? And it's also, they have a little protection against wintertime wind, okay? So I think that will be perfect. So in this case, we don't have this here, we have this here, okay? And it's open, the center is open, all right? With some trees, and here's the property wall, the end of the property wall. Okay? All right. So just for you to have an idea, but let me continue my explanation. So we have some of those, we have some long ones. So in this case, the hammock's gonna be here. The hammock's gonna be there. During the day, they get this end and tied it here. We're still at the wall, but tied up. So we can use this room to eat for meetings, because everyone that's inside, they don't get outside anymore to mix with other people that's still doing their test. We don't know what they have. So people here safe. They don't have health problems. They are healthy and strong. They're already complete. They can go out maybe just for the dentist if something have to just check a little bit. But they are approved with all their yes forms. They are approved with all their health. They're really good and healthy. They don't mix with other people. They stay there. Those apartments are for them. And the first ones is for the team leaders and the helpers that are approved. So they're gonna use this area. They work a half day, take showers, and they come back a half day and study. Work and study, study and work. Work and study, study and work. So we're gonna have those teams. Okay? All right. And then inside we're gonna have water, hand wash with soap. As soon as possible, we're gonna have that ready, okay? But until water is available, so maybe we just have one water well, but on that area we're gonna need two. Actually, we're always gonna have two. So if we have one right here, and then it's better we have one right here and share. We have to see what's the most sustainable, because I never really study much that area. You know, so for example, we have one here to share with the following neighbor that's part of the PCD. And then we have one here, away, you see, very far away. Because in case we have an aquifer problem with one during time of the year, the other one should be okay. Because these are huge lands, not so small look like here. During construction, we're going to have bathrooms, male, female. So we don't need that, because everyone here is safe. It's different than the other one that we're going to have people that already complete their test and people that are not. Okay, so 1, 2, male, female, male, female. Just for a little bit. Maybe one here, sorry, not 3. One here and one there. Yeah, one right here by the clubhouse and one by this main entrance, other main area. It would be like... I'm not calling clubhouse, okay? All right, because here's the pool, okay? But there is like we see a name afterwards, all right? So we can have 4, you know, to start, because let me think if we need 4. I think 2, right? One's here instead of all the way on the back. That's the removable one. Okay, so yeah, one more or less here and one more or less here. Not all the way, because, you know, so it's easy for people work in different locations. All right? So as soon as we have all these bays and these trucks coming with the main concrete ready, we can start already getting the ponds. Maybe not the center ones. As soon as those trucks leave, those trailers leave, what we're going to do? Yeah, it's trailers, not trucks, sorry. The truck's going to be our trucks helping a few kilometers away, another city, right? Yeah, very few kilometers away, don't need to be too far. Okay. So those trucks leave, we can start already building those ponds, planting here the fruit trees and everything else. All right. As soon as those apartments are ready, we can start, that's for sure, the back we can start planting all the fruit trees. Okay. As soon as those apartments are ready, they can start their garden. You see the green I put here? Their own garden beds. Okay. All right. So we're doing great. So we have all this and that. Here's the pond. And this is a little waterfall, 1 or 2 meters, because it's going to be beautiful. Yes, we deserve. So 2 meters. So if it's an area that evaporates a lot, that's fine. We're going to need evaporation, a planet, because the earth going to cool and evaporation go. If they don't have much water, they're just going to have a switch here. More water, less water. Okay, so for dry season, rainy season, they have a switch. More water coming on this beautiful water fountain we're going to build, and less water. So the rocks, we're going to make the rocks ourselves with concrete. You know, like everybody else do. We can put them in plastic bags, you know. With our nails, you know, we can do a little bit like that, so they're going to look a little bit like... rocks, right? These fake rocks we see all over, going to be really beautiful. Okay, so we have the pond here. Okay, and the benches right here, right? 1, 2, or even 4 benches. 2, 2, 2, 2, because we're going to have, you know what? And playgrounds close by, right? The playgrounds close by. because parents can see they already work all day, study all day, they are checking their children, and they can also look, you see, the pretty waterfall, some flowers here. They can enjoy that area, okay? All right, you're doing great, my friends. Okay, my friends, so the other thing I didn't say, during the day, what we're going to do? We're going to work, families, going to work a half day and study half day because they need English, they need to learn about hygiene, they need to learn about all these things, okay? English, the main thing, because we can only speak English inside here, right? Okay, all right. So we also going to have because right now that's the area we have, because this area here that we're making for schools, at this time we're using for local families and arriving families, right? Arriving families that are not 100% good yet, for example, they did their test in their country. Everything showed good, they're healthy, they were approved, they are something we really need, such as teacher, doctors, they know English and can help in any area, or plumber or electrician, whichever. But then we realize when they do the test here, we realize they're not 100% healthy yet. So what they're going to do, they still here, they go to a hotel in a city. Here, it's only for approved, 100% approved individuals. The only exception is for teeth implant, but not for now. For now, we want people that already have everything ready. Okay, all right. They're going to go on those trailers, and they pass at their own country, and they pass with us. Okay, so let me say a few more words. So when the people clean up their hammocks here, we also can have a few beds for elders, right? A few beds, wooden beds. Nobody is allowed to make love anyways. Everything is open, fresh air, and fans. We have those fans. So you know those pillars? Every 2 meters, we have a pillar, right? So depend how big the family is, they can have this area or 2 areas, because we're going to first accept only families with grandparents, right? Because they're going to come from other countries. They cannot leave grandparents, all right? If the whole family, they have siblings, the sibling family going to be here. All right, so we have these pillars, right? These pillars with a fan right there. So when they wash their clothes, the sheet's gonna be placed by clotheslines, right? Washing machines and put in clotheslines. But they're jeans and shirts, so we're gonna have here, we're going to have a clothesline here, high, really high, like 2 meters high. We can reach, but nobody gonna hurt their heads. And then one side, the other family gonna use the front, one side, the front, one side, the front, one side. On the side, they can put long pants and so on, right? On the front, they can only put small items, such as shirts, so we can still see what's going on. All right, we still see what's going on there, day, night, okay? It's forbidden to make love. They're gonna have all these videos explaining everything, so we are safe, okay? And cribs, for example, this family have a crib. They have a crib right here by the parents, by the wall. Sorry, here's a tall wall, right, of this thing. Not the property wall, but the wall of this long, because in the future, we can also have use this for the meetings. So the long table is going to be here, right? The department directors towards the wall. So let's say we need the two, and they're going to sit like that on a future, right? For monthly meetings. And everyone else going to sit here in front, a little bit in a curve area, okay? All right, so this is the pattern. So we have right now the family. So in front, they can put only shirts, not at night. I think at night they have to take them out. I think that's the safest, is open, all right, completely open. Let me think. Maybe it's okay. They can hang their shirts. As soon as it's not completely blocked, we still have the views. We have cameras on the top. Okay, see what they do anyways. All right, so we have the pillars here, and they hang jeans on the side. All right, I think something like that. And I think nothing here. Yeah, empty here, clear. Okay. So it is all open, and we have here, we can have like 2 chairs. Which way we could do? I don't know yet. But something to block just 1 meter, right? Just 1 meter here. Oh, I know what. Wooden boards. Yeah, we can take them out after. Wooden boards, right? 1 meter. It's forbidden to look. 1.5 meters. Something like that. Yeah, I think 1.5 meters. 1.5 meters, 1.5 meters. Yeah, nothing on the front. Okay? All right, so 1.5 meters can put jeans and shirts on the sides, day and night. Okay, we're doing good. And then the long sheet's gonna be the clothesline. Each family gonna have their turn. All right, we're doing good with that. Let me see if I have something else to explain. So we have the yeah, right now we're only going to accept families with coming from other countries that have teens, older children. So let's put 10 years old and older. 10 years old? Yes, because we need to also have. All right, so we have those families. I think 8, right? Because that's what we did first, 8. Okay, 8 years old and older for what? For the 10 department directors. Okay? All right, doing great. See you soon. Okay, so now let me say a few words. How can be a pattern? So for example, we got a huge land here, right? So we're gonna build on both sides of the street, for example. Can be a huge rectangle or a huge square, right? And I gave details already before. And the center can be also like, you know, a park or something, remember? And then here we can have the city office, and here the main entrance of this entire P-City. Okay, so we have people living on both, schools on both, everything on both sides. And let's say here is the city office, and here's the main entrance. And everything gonna be all around, gonna also have 2 meters wall, okay? And with woods, remember, woods and parks on the sides. All right, woods here. And so we can have one park here, another park there, and let's say one park here because it's a lake here, whichever we have. All right, these are just some ideas. Now, let's see how we are going to build. I think one of the best ideas for us to build is something like that. So we will leave on number 3 high because we go to school, drop off our children, our neighbor, is the family neighbor. Preschools and schools, all the way from 0 to 14 years old at the same area, okay? Because it will be easier for us now, that will be very different in the future, to select the buildings, you know, that we can change. Okay, so we need more for what? For elementary, middle school. We need more for what? For high school. Because in the future, we're not going to have that many children according to the county we are. Okay, so probably will be only 4 and not 8 that we're having right now. Commercial plaza, because easy the person, you know, can drop them off. Oh, sorry, mess up. Here's the preschool. So they drop off and then they go to work. Or they drop off and go to school themselves. Okay? So I think this is a good pattern. Living and work. All commercial plazas will be here. So they easily drop off, need to be this, you know, they come to study or they go to work. Everything gonna be close by. The other idea is to have the preschool, sorry, mess up again. So I think here, residential community on the side and have the school here, the school on this part. Yeah, I think that will be the most appropriate. because they have to drop off and they already go to the commercial plaza. So here is things for us to think about, and we're gonna have, I think for this, gonna be 2 patterns only. Yeah, 2 patterns, okay? One for each side across the street, and people choose according for now, because the main thing is for families to have good conditions for now. All right, here's the same way. We're gonna have the school in one of the center, so if people just left work, or if they just came from the university, they're gonna be living here or here. Easy to pick up their children and go home. It's mandatory for them to pick up their own children, teens. For now, it's mandatory. They pick up their own before they go home. So they have to leave work, 10 to 6 or so. So the schools, I guess the school's going to work until 6:20 or so. We're going to figure that out. How many minutes? Because I really don't know how big those lands, right? So we need lands that are longer, schools that are longer, so they can easily walk to drop off their children to school, but it's longer this way. As soon as they are turned in to their school gate, they are safe, right? So I think that will be the best. Long residential communities, because everything gonna be built as a pattern, all right? And here we can have 2 separate, lots of gardens, right? We can have some lakes, all right? And here, I think the main city office somewhere right here, okay? So that, I think, will be the best. Really close for the parents to drop them off. Okay, so now let's say a few words about here. So we will have greenhouses, green trays, or shelves, right? That we can easily change them, with jars, laying down jars, right? Or in proper trays, because we don't want glass. Yeah, sorry, no jars. Need to be plastic trays, because we're safer, right? So we're going to have a lot of greenhouses. So remember the first map I showed you? Okay, so here, so we're gonna have quite a bunch then planted here and quite a bunch planted there. People will have their 4 meals a day on these 2 locations. So we can start already. So here they also have a kitchen with cabinets, with a flat stove and everything. So I think it's reasonable to have 2 clubhouse. One is the main clubhouse with a pool. I think 1 pool for everyone, gonna be plenty. Okay? All right. So clubhouse and main clubhouse, right? Because here we need the big pool. Okay, all right. And we have laundry sinks also at both these locations, or even along the buildings. Every few buildings, they have their own with their clothesline on the back of the buildings. And at the side and front, we're gonna have the gardens, the food planted. Okay, so we talk about this, we're gonna have all that, and then we have the trailers. Trailers gonna have everything they need, everything separated, everything counted when they arrive, and clipboard. So every day, every time people take things out, they're gonna check that item. So we are sure where they're going to. Oh, they're going to building 1, building 2, building 3. Where they're going to. No building 3, we're not going to have. So we have building 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. So the pool items. And then we have like that, windows and doors, right? Something like that. All the plumbers, and also, of course, the security guard trailer with the, only people that no one gonna know who they are, and checking everything, really checking. Okay, all right, and people checking each other. So the morning gonna check the work, or the evening, the morning team check the afternoon check the morning, and also everything else. All right, so we are good with that, we're good with this. So bathrooms, so we are going to guide people to be 100% careful. All right, 100% smart, and 100% safe. What that means? What that means? Means to be really 100%. We're not going to accept anyone with HIV for now, and if there are doubts, because then that means they got themselves, they did things that are not good. So we are going to focus on people that are really healthy. If their baby got or their teenager got, then we see afterwards. But let's focus on people, because we need very healthy people to build those things, to receive others. So we're going to, I said, build across the street afterwards, right? So we need these very strong, healthy people, so they can attend others that will come, all right? Others that will come, okay? All right, because we are kind, but and those trailers outside gonna be helping people, okay? And first come, first serve. The people that are healthy first, they first come, first serve. All right, so here I said a few words about our here, right? So we have this, because we really don't know much. So we have this, right? Cameras on the top. They can put fabrics on the side. Only 1 meter wooden board, right? One place for each family. So they need to take the clothes from this area here, so the fan, the moving fan, can work. So it's no clothes on this area, okay? This radio area here, okay? All right, so we have these fans, the roof have the already said, be diagonal or triangle according to the sun, solar panels. All right, okay, we got that. And we already got the families there. Okay, so this area is clear all the time. It is cemented, really. The floor is cemented. I don't know if it's convenient to put tile there afterwards, but then which one would be easier? If it's tile, it's too slippery, but it's also easier to clean. So let's see and decide this afterwards, because we're going to use those, right? Remember I told you, for meetings, for, as a residential, part of the residential community. Okay, so one's going to be flat, the other one's going to be that shape I told you, right? To have different things. Okay, my friends, so let's get organized here. Okay, so this is outside this big property with walls I showed you. Okay, we're gonna have walls here as soon as possible. We leave the street open. Okay, the street would be here. So we have trailers in one side, trailers in the other side, empty area in the middle for people to circulate, for us to do some activities. Okay, so we have walls, and walls until here, for a gate to be installed as soon as possible. So we're also gonna have here the main gate, and walls until here. All right. Okay, who gonna come here? So we have a proper gate. We have 2 parts of the gate, one for trucks and a small one for walking people. So people gonna be there, and they have a shower right here and a bathroom right here when they come in. If they're too dirty or something, they have a haircut right here, and I don't know what else right here. So they do their beard, they shave their beard, they cut their hair really short, they have a tiny checkup here, right? So they already take a shower, they put clean clothes on, they can come in. All right. Everyone coming can have 2 shorts, 2 shirts, 4 underwears, basic things. All right, 2, everything 2 first. Okay, because we don't know if they're going to be approved first or not. We want to help everyone, but we also need to get those that are healthier first so they can help the others. We're going to spend time teaching English, teaching all about these different subjects. Okay, so now let's say a few words about each. The first is the lab test. That's the first. Everyone from infants to elders gonna be doing a complete lab test with everything. So we're gonna know everything with all details. It's gonna be our own lab test with the best, and as possible. So all those places are trailers, okay, with windows and metal bars on the window so nobody can come in, right? The window is gonna be on the front here, not to be visible, because in this case we need privacy, okay? So I think 2 windows, all of them gonna have 2 windows. Not too low as well, but not too high as well. So we can see a little bit. If the person comes close by, can see outside what's going on. All right? Being a worker, being a worker or a family that is being attended. Outside, we are going to have a covered area. Of plastic in case that rains a little bit. So it's a plastic with a post that can be on a bucket, right? Because this is gonna stay there for quite some time, okay? This place afterwards can be a commercial plaza. Yeah, I said school, but it's not. This can be a commercial plaza because the school, we want to start the school as soon as possible, okay? So this can be a commercial plaza, I think is the most appropriate because this is gonna stay quite a few months there, right? The 28 weeks for sure, and then they go out. Okay, all right, we will use everything from inside those trailers, and they will be placed at the proper city. The P-City gonna still need those places. Yeah, we're just gonna take as soon as the masonry is ready. So the commercial plazas will still have a lab, we'll still have the girls' clinic. This is together. I just made separate, but they're really, beside each other. So the mother and the girls left, they wait right here in this covered area. Or here, depending where the seats available. The boys and the fathers left first, they wait right here in front of their own or here, whichever have seats available. And the arriving families can also sit. Okay, if we have some trees, other people can be waiting under trees for their time. Okay, and people gonna have their appointments. Okay, so we have boys and girls, right? And all the materials gonna be part of the commercial plazas we need. This will be one big clinic afterwards, but right now it's 2 separate, completely separate trailers. Okay. And these 2 here need to be high enough, let's say 180 maybe, right? 180. So if people, really look, yeah, can't be 180. Yeah, this is high window, so nobody gonna look in and out. The office area can have a lower window, everyone can see out. The office. See the office here? The office. The entrance, we can have a big window on the front, right beside the door. Yeah, I think that's the best, but not the attending areas. Yeah, that's the right way. The attending areas can only have very high windows. Nobody gonna be putting chairs out. Okay, or just artificial light. Yeah, we don't want artificial light too much, but anyways. Okay, the dental the same way. The office. The dental is different, can have low windows, all right? 2 and 2 windows. 2 windows for the office, and then 2 windows for the attending area. Okay, all right? We can also have 2 here. The dental can also be a group, children, adults. So I think maybe 2 trailers, because right now gonna maybe have a lot of people that need them instead of 1 trailer. We see, all right? If it's 1 trailer enough, gonna be by the lab. So we have 2 and 2. Okay, yeah, not here alone. Yeah, I think one is plenty because it's pretty quick, the test, and people should arrive with everything practically ready. And as soon as we have time, we're gonna help the local families. Okay, all right. So here on the back, so we'll be here somewhere, nobody gonna see, will be the security trailer. So let's see, 2 different security trailers maybe? I don't know. Yeah, not on the front as I did here because it makes no sense. Authorized surgery, also on the back. So we're gonna have security and surgery. All right. They have a number, but they don't have the words. Okay, they don't have the words. To avoid people, to see what is in those trailers. If they ask, I don't know, security, yeah, just, if they ask. One of them say, you said you don't know. All right, so they're far away. Okay? They are far away. All right, from the main entrance. So authorized surgeries will be simple ones. Some people have problems on their mouth. Some people have the cleft lip. And simple surgeries, right? Tubal ligation, vasectomy, things that are authorized and simple, okay? We're gonna have on the back because it's gonna be really disinfected and far away from everybody. Okay, so then we have here the clothes, right? So we are going to give, as I said, 2 for each, If it's cold, we can give jeans, pants, right? And if it's safe, depending what they want, they can have 2 shorts, 2 pants, to help the population. That's fine. Priority is who? It's people that are getting ready to be inside this residential community and live there and stay there. They don't leave anymore. For safety reasons, they stay there until the apartment is ready. When the school is ready, they bring their kids to school, they come back. When the adult education is ready, right here on the side, they drop off their kids, they study, basically on the same location to start with, they come back home. They're just gonna be doing this on and off and not going towards the area that new people is still searching up and having all these exams and everything. Okay, so we can still have some basic clothes, but sheets and blankets we are not giving to local people. We're only giving them towels, kitchen towels, because local people, they have to live with what they have, because we have to give priority to families that are really ready to be living inside here. So they're gonna have cabinets. You see this long thing I showed you? Where is it? We have here, but that's not so clear. Oops. Okay, so you see these places, these long places, or this? We're gonna have the cabinets, with a lock. They have proper cabinets with a lock. They can put their documents when they sleep, their shoes when they sleep. They're gonna have their rug on the front to clean their feet, right? Basic things. Afterwards, we remove these that have hooks, screws here. Oh, sorry, this is not so good example. All right, so let's say we have here, right? 4 or 8 families, depending how big they are. I'm just showing more or less. So let's say here's one family, here's another one, another. All right, so each family gonna have a cabinet that's gonna be sent to their own apartment afterwards. So they have screws, 8 screws. They're attached to the wall. They have a key, and they're gonna carry with them all the time inside their pants. Inside their pants, they have that key. What they're gonna put here? Their document, their cell phone, right? I don't know if they need cell phone right now because they're gonna have all these classes. Yeah, I think, they're gonna do the Peace app. Yeah, no cell phones. They're gonna do their Peace app points in paper. Yeah, I think that's the most sustainable. Okay? All right. So here they have the rug to clean their feet, right? Everyone have their towel. They wash, okay? And everyone gonna have this cabinet and the hammocks. All right? So people that are coming, refugee camps from cold areas and everything else, you know, first, no babies, no children, 8 years old and above. Because easily at the same community, we can have one of those areas, they can have classes during the day, take all the clothes out, right? They can have classes there. And if it's a tree, we keep that tree while it's useful. If we have a few trees in there, we keep them for some time, you know, and take them out afterwards, if the land has some trees. So we can teach all of them, adults, right here. If rains, and then we use those areas to teach during the day, take the clothes out. Everyone knows they wash clothes 6 o'clock when they come home, right? 6 to 7, they wash their clothes. With the fan in the morning, most of them are dry. They can even have some clothes here, towards the wall, right? Towards the wall. But all this is open, right? Everything is open just with the board. On the side, we slide the board, take the board out, and become a big classroom if it's raining, right? Okay? And if it's a place that rains a lot, we can cover the sides. We can cover the sides with sliding wooden boards, for example, 2 meters. And the center will be 1 meter, 1.5, right? I said 1.5 meter. The sliding wooden doors. And on the side will be 2 meters, the whole wall, right? To avoid rain. And the roof always gonna come a little bit more than this wooden wall, okay? All right? I think we're doing great. One side is open. This is large, long. So each family gonna be placed in a long area, right? And maybe sleep sideways instead of this way. Yeah, maybe that's the best. They're gonna sleep sideways. No, because the hammock, we see, because here we have strong beams. Yeah, maybe this way is safer. All the family like that. And here's the father. The father, the mother, everyone else. The father, the mother, everyone else. You see? Okay? So the father, the mother, everyone else, the whole family. I think that's the most sustainable. The father comes, stay by the opening. Even that we have cameras on the top. Okay? All right? I think no beds, as I said before, and no cribs, as I said before, because they're gonna come, people, elders that are not good. And a baby is gonna come after. It's the second level of these families. Okay? So we can also have 280, let me think, 280, maybe 280. Yeah, we can have maybe 280 apartments. Yeah, but then gonna be really many families. Let's keep like that, okay? I think 240, right? Okay, and then we can build others. All right, so now I'm going to show you. So we have a basic of 4 main areas right here, right? I said that. And then here, some lakes or parks, okay? So here's the city office for that city. And then we have on the other side of the street, right? That's one pattern, okay, here. But we can also have, so that's one main pattern. Here's the main gate of the city. The city has walls all around, 2-meter walls and cameras all around. And each one has also their 2 meters walls here. And here's a space, empty space. No trees, nothing. 2 meters clear. No, sorry, 4 meters clear. 4 meters clear, 4 meters clear, all around. We're gonna be trimming, plant grass here that does not grow and pull out everything else. No ground cover, no bushes, nothing. Flat as flat can be, okay? So we can have maybe 1 meter, maybe 2 meters cemented, 2 meters cement, and then 2 meters clear. I don't know about that. Because, my friends, we have to be safe. You know, instead of looking every month, during the rain, these weeds grow like crazy. So maybe we just put cement and people can go running, not all around, but they can go running maybe here. And inside is 2 meters, 2 meters clear one side, and here's also 2 meters clear. Okay, so 2 meters clear, 2 meters clear, all the properties. So we are safe with divisions. So they're never gonna be broken. Here we have main entrance, close to where people live. Here can be the center, here can be the center, and here a little bit towards this way, closer. All right? And then they go where they want, where they need to go, right? After the main entrance. So this is the middle, this is the middle. Here is towards the others, and here's toward the others. What do you think? Good idea? They're gonna be beautiful, right? I'm just saying, to be easier for parents to pick them up, drop them off. Okay. All right, so this is one pattern, one big pattern. I think it's good because maybe 4 are gonna be too much. But we can do 4 as well. So how 4 would be? So will be 1 set of 4 here, another set of 4, something like that. Another set of 4, another set of 4. And here will be parks, lakes, beautiful places to sit, right? And here, the city office, right? Or the city office is gonna stay at the commercial plaza. That's another idea too. But city office need quite a few buildings, right? Maybe not, maybe 2 buildings, okay? And here, the main entrance. Can be the other way around. I'm just showing you for you to have an idea. The main entrance. And everything else the same. Walls, 2 meter walls and cameras all around. And here's the 4, right? I made a little too long, but just for you to have an idea. So here's a group of 4, set of 4, set of 4, set of 4. And different parks here, right? Okay. So one can be park, the other can be ponds, park with ponds, you know, different shapes. Okay, so here we have buses, right, that goes around when? They go around one time during the week for elders, retired elders after study, and Sundays. For now, gonna be only on Sundays. Okay, so 1 bus, right? 1 or 2 buses. Yeah, I think everyone needs 2 buses. So they're gonna be in proper garages, right? And leave one of these locations, commercial site, I mean, or here at the city office. 2, I think 2, they keep going, and sometimes after this 1 year of the organization, they can leave to go to a state park, national park, right? But no one leave, because as soon as we are safe, we stay here, we are safe, because we have a lot of work. People that have extra time, gonna work, right? Saturday afternoon, people can rest, sleep the whole afternoon, because you're not going to work. But if they want, we can keep going, because all these things need to be also beautiful, special. Each one need to have their own bathroom, need to have a pond, need to have pollination garden, need to have everything. Some courts, right? Play courts for different things to play. So everyone gonna have a different things. So it's a lot of work to do. Okay, so this is another pattern. Have 4 different communities at this same peace city. P-City, okay? It's not new lands anymore. Because this is more clear for everyone to understand. That's the words we're gonna use. So we're gonna have patterns. I think 2 patterns, right? 2 patterns for 2 and 2 patterns for 4. Okay, I think that's really good. So in places that the water evaporates more, we don't have much water yet, gonna be less ponds, for example. Places that rain a lot, we're gonna need anyways water to run, and we can use those ponds. Everything here gonna be clean, no pesticides, no herbicides, a good soap, biodegradable soap, right? So everything gonna be clean here, no Roundup, nothing. So we can use the fish from those ponds already to eat. The scooping, you know, the nets of scooping like pool nets, so we can start using them. And the city office here need to be reasonable, not for now, because now we're gonna be, city office gonna be these locations that we're gonna start. Okay? All right. So where we will start building first. So if you start one area, what will be the most convenient? Will be the back one first. Why? Because we have trucks coming in and out. So the back ones, away from the main road, away from the main entrance, we are going to build first. So all this area here, we're going to build first. Everyone needs city office for our own documentation. And we need here. So remember, all the trucks, they're already facing, you know, a way to get out, easily get out. Okay? All right? I think that's pretty good. And people gonna be sharing these areas. For example, at the end of the day, you know, summertime, it's still sun, they can go to a park right here. You know, city, small city parks, different parks. They can even go to this one, it's close by, play 20 minutes, 30 minutes, go back home, right? So they leave their work and go back home. Sorry. Home will be one of these 2 center ones. 2 center ones is home. Need to be 2 center ones home. All right? Okay, my friends, we're doing really great. So 2 patterns for each. Instead of 4, I said 4, let's do 2 patterns for each. Okay? All right? Also, on the back will be the deposit rooms. You see, so here we have the wall. So everything special gonna be at the back. And maybe we put city office at the commercial site. But here, for example, so here's the residential community. What's gonna be on the back? What's gonna be on the back? Things that we don't use much. The maintenance room. And where garden 2 is gonna be, one on the back. Remember that back I showed you. And one here by the clubhouse. 2 different ones, because a half family is going to be using this, a half families. So it's not so crowded, because 240 families is really a lot of people. Okay? So here it is. All right. So now you're going to have, let me see here, where's the other map, just to show you with some details. Yeah, basically it's that, but you understand, right? So you see here the clubhouse on the back, and the main clubhouse on the front. The gate here can be also sideways, sorry, instead of really in the middle, can be also sideways if the school is here. Why is that? To be easy, drop off, pick up, and then they go to work anywhere is needed. If they're teachers, right, or something like that. Adult education. So both schools gonna be on a side of the adult education. Yeah, commercial side's not going to be at the end, because so it will be easy for other people to also visit different commercial sites. So the commercial sites will be at the centers. All right, so here I could get another color, right? Here are the commercial sites of all this commercial site. Okay? All right? Yeah, that's better, because it will be easy for people to share, go to a different commercial site, right? Let me think. Oh, here for sure. Commercial site, so will be good for other families. But this can be right here, towards, because of protection as well, right? People that are commercial, they're looking around what's going on. Yeah, so not here, sorry, no commercial site here. For these two, commercial site will be here, close to the main entrance. They also keep looking what's going on. They're working, they're sewing, whichever they're doing, they have an eye on what's going on. Okay, this is gonna be a beautiful entrance with a beautiful name. And this outside bus stop that's close to the entrance, sorry, I did too far away, not here, here, close to the entrance, gonna be on, no, we're not having anything outside anymore, sorry. We're going to have inside bus stop, one in front of each community, because these communities are very big, to go on Sundays to state and national parks. Okay? I think that will be really great. If we have a very, very big land, we're going to have our own big parks as well, like here in the back. Okay? Like, let's say we have more land over here, so we're going to have our own, you know, our own. We can call it state park and national park. For example, this one can have a beautiful view, okay? Or across the street for them. Yeah, I think that is good. Across the street. Because state park and national park is going to have something special about them, right? And going to be hard to put walls. So we're not having walls. So they can be across the street. So if you have something special, such as beach, such as rivers, such as a valley, whichever beautiful you have, going to be across the street or close to that location. Yeah, I think that's good. Instead of having bus and going really far away, no, they can go right there. But we still need two buses. Why? Families going to be taking turns to go to special locations. We don't want people trapped. That's not our objective. They can go to the main city afterwards, not now. Why? To avoid our people to get disease, to meet old people that were not good to them or something like that. We're going to be safe. For 1 or 2 years, nobody leave this area here. We have a lot of work to do, a lot to improve until all these gardens are really beautiful, a lot of food, all these ponds with food. So we're not having these parks here. They can be across the street and people can walk, right? The buses is still good because afterwards we are going to use those buses. We deserve some time out to different locations. You know, they can go sometimes to an airport or something, or the airport. Yeah, we still need this, yeah, because airport's going to stop here. Yeah, we're going to have other buses. This is going to be, for example, like travel buses that the main city going to have on vacation days. Okay, on vacation days. It's not our buses. But every community, we do need two buses here. We do need two buses. And I think maybe the school's going to have two boats to use on the future. No one is doing field trips now, remember, but we have two boats all covered in proper deposit rooms. You know, they are very well rinsed if they went to the ocean to take all the salt out and everything. They're really washed well before they put back. The school's gonna have two boats. And yeah, the two buses. Who's gonna keep the two buses here? We have to think. The schools, the adult education, or the city office. The city office. We see, because these two buses I don't know yet. But we need the two boats, and two buses. 2 or 4, right? 2 or 4, because people need to go out. vacation days, right? They can go out to the cities, not for 1 or 2 years. For us to be really safe with the families. We know well they're good, they're there, and we have a lot of extra things to have fun and to improve right here at this. So this is our pattern. If it's a huge land, we can have 4 communities. If it's 2, we do 2. Okay? All right. Okay, so that's how it will be. I guess let's plan already for 4 because we have a lot of land in South America, in Africa. We have a lot of land available that are really good. They have rain, they have good aquifers. Okay? All right, let's try this then. Okay, so now I have details to complete about our trailers. So let me see here. Where's our trailers? I didn't complete the explanation about our trailers. All right, so here we are. Okay, so we have dental, right? We have dental gonna be by the lab, just so they have 2 and 2. Okay, so they have security on the back. We have authorized surgeries on the back. And here we give 2 close of each for people that, everyone, and for people that are approved to live inside our community already, they can have the mini kitchen towels, the shower towels, right? And they're going to hang, their shower towels going to be mini towels. So remember those long places or those places, right? So here the same way, they have walls in one of the sides, right? 1 wall, 2, 3, 4, right? And they are connected here. Here's the wall, for example, right? And here's the table for meeting. So by the walls, they can also hang the shirts, and between them, no, it will be about 1 for each family. Yeah, I think we can have many, right? We can have many and take them out if needed. All right, so here the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So each person gonna have a very small shower towel for those 2 years, because that's what we need, my friends. We need, so we can boil them well, right? And inside the property is only very healthy people. Okay, so let's complete that. So here we have, until the school is open, we're gonna have classes right here. So while the parents are waiting for one another in this middle area here, they're gonna have games, activities. Everyone gonna be using small masks and even big masks, because people that are sick, they need fresh air, they need microbes. But people that are healthy, they need to be really careful so they don't get any problem. Because here we'll be moving people that are unhealthy, right? Inside our property, people that were approved, they also gonna have, the parents gonna drop off their children while they go work on a construction. But here, we're gonna have classes right here in this area. Teach. They sit, watch videos. They sit, watch videos. They sit, watch videos to learn, okay? So they sit, watch videos. They sit, watch videos until while they wait. So the wait time needs to be, every video gonna be 10 minutes. I think that's plenty, not too much, not too little. So every 10 minutes, a new group come, get their things, reset, put the video to start, more families come and sit. If they see, I'm gonna do appointments most as possible, but some we don't really know. But when they go for their x-rays and things, the dental x-rays, they already start the treatment at the same time they're already there, right? So every patient take x-ray, they already have their treatments. Everything on the right side, on the other day, everything on the left side. So they get surgery for the whole side, top and bottom. And then on the other day, top and bottom. Done. In most cases, done, because some people have strong teeth. They don't have sugar. They don't have all these chemicals from the city. They have healthy teeth most of the time. Okay? All right. So here we have the school items for them to play a few things, right? And also easels with explanation, because some teacher's going to be explaining things. So if we have some trees here in the middle, teacher's going to be talking to them, right? For them to learn about a few things and not everything on videos, right? The basic is on videos, but they also need no easel, sorry, because it's not hygienic and people here not so healthy yet. So all videos, okay, and chairs outside. I thought maybe 2 rows. You see this cover area show each trailer gonna have a cover area. Can be 2 lines of chairs, right? And they're gonna be facing outside. They're gonna be facing the center where people are gonna be playing. So they see their necks, they cannot play anymore, they go there. They see their necks, they go there. So we're not going to have easels, we're not going to have anything here. The teacher's gonna be playing games with their heads. We just need bathroom stations here to disinfect and sanitizers, okay? The teachers can also pass them to be really clean, okay? All right, people with problems on the skin, they just can go to these areas here, right, while they are being treated. Oh, sorry, we need one main. So the camera video on the back, authorized surgeons on the back. Here we need the family doctor. Sorry, I forgot. The family doctor to check, to check the exam so they have their treatment, any treatment needed. Treatment needed, most of it gonna be instruction. You have to do this, that, and they have powders, herbs. Powders, I mean herbs. They have the warm medicine, right? So they need these 2 different locations. One, they see the doctor, they figure out what's the problem. And here is the instruction, like monitors, like teachers, guiding them on what to do, teaching them with videos and also in person. So we have sinks, wash hands, make salads together, something like that. So here's the food preparation, only by real staff, healthy people. I put far away because people that have skin problems, they're just gonna be up front. You see, the lab and the family doctor, they're only gonna be there. Okay, so they will be far from the food preparation. But the food will be served in 2 different areas. So here, close to the main entrance, here for example, and here for people that already, already pass. So we won't mix people. We start to separate people that are healthier. Okay? And here, people with more problems. And, each day they're going to have a ticket, a number. So today you go to table 1, table 2. Just for, and about, let's say, 100 each, and meals gonna be offered for 2 hours. So for example, breakfast from 6 to 8, and then lunch, I think something like that, and then afternoon snacks, and then dinner, early dinner. So people can go home with food, my friends, because we have to find a lot of food. Okay, so here in the back, close to the food here, we can also have a trailer with the grains and for sprouts, and and place for dry food and trays in a window, something like that. So here will be these 2 trailers, one that's part of these 4 trailers here, and one for food preparation and things like that. Every trailer can have their grains, right, and the seeds for sprouts. I think is good, right? So these 2 food serving places gonna be far away, and everyone gonna have for about 2 hours. As soon as we complete those, 1,000 families. It's about 1,000 families, right? 1,000 apartments, right? If we have that pattern, where I did the pattern, if we follow that pattern that we're gonna have, oops, sorry, not this one, this, right? So we have everything here, 4 different locations. So if each one have about 240, right, apartments, and that's about, right, 1,000 families. Yeah, that's what it is, 1,000 apartments. 1,000 apartments total. Okay, and those that coming from other countries that already approved, and as soon as we get organized, we can already approve the 10 department directors. So as soon as the families start work and we see how they're working, we need some time. It's different than families gonna stay their own city. Remember I said 2 weeks for 4 meetings? So here will be a little different. So we are making first the 2 ones on the back, right? So let's say we start with 1, cannot start with 2 because make no sense. Unless you have really a lot of people, that's fine. You can start on both already, right? Both, that's okay. So start on the back, you start to have walls all around and the main gate here, huge, beautiful main gate here. Okay, all right, so start with these 2 on the back. You get 1 ready with 10 family members, a healthy group approved, because we need a lot of workers day and night. As soon as this is really organized, okay, so now let's focus on this one. The same, you can do about the same time, right? As soon as you have people coming, people applying and people arriving, you know, you need the vans. Oh yeah, we need 2 buses and 2 vans to go to the main city, pick them up, you know, because there's no urban buses here. Okay, this we are trying to get for vacation days afterwards, right? But we need people to pick them up because this is going to be basically in the middle of nowhere, far away from the main city. We want to avoid contact with the city for many reasons, yeah. So we need 2 vans and we need 2 buses. 2 vans, about 15, right? 15, 18. Let's put 18. 2 vans and 2 buses for the city, yeah. And, you know, during the vacation days, and Sundays, because Saturday everybody's gonna be really tired and they can rest, have fun at their own pools, right? Okay, so basically it's that. All right. We're doing really great. Okay, so let me just finish this. All right, so here, and so we have those trailers in the center, people plant, okay, and this will be in the future, or the adult education or the commercial site, you know. As soon as the location is ready, we take the things out from the trailers, because the trailer is going to continue along the months until this whole 4 areas, the whole city is ready. The trailers, you know, going to be, so for example, in the beginning, we can have it, let's say the trailers going to be closer to the main gate, yeah. This is a 10, you see this commercial site here? Okay, the trailers can be right here. While they build this in masonry, as soon as this one is in masonry, they take the things out of the rented trailers from here, bring to the masonry places here. Everyone going to be attending here from that moment on, so they can build this last place here. And of course, you know, I think just 2, right? Health areas. We don't need health areas everywhere, because people in the future are going to go to the doctor once a year, twice a year, for dental appointments and for once a year health appointments. So we don't need health appointments here. We don't need health appointments here, right? Let's live towards the street on the commercial plazas. We can even share some this side and some this side, right? With commercial plaza instead of everything close together. right? You think it's a good idea? I think so. All right, and then as soon as one of them is ready, you know, the masonry is ready. Okay, so maybe we do them all together on one side. It doesn't matter really. Okay, one together here. We can return the trailers because they're rental. You know, if it's our own, they already go to another PC a few kilometers nearby. You know, and if they're not, we return to the renters. Okay? So I think it's really good. We have the buses brand new. Oh, this is brand new. To pick up people at the airport, drop them off, and on a future use for trips. Okay? And the boats, gonna be the school. I think the school have 2, and maybe the adult education and university have 2. Everything very new, because in the future people gonna make their own rafts and things like that. But for now, we can have boat rides. If we have a beach that's calm, a river, lakes, right? We can have sailboats or motorboats with oil we're gonna plant, such as ethanol from cane sugar, you know, for only for vacation days anyways, right? Or we just focus on sailboats. Yeah, I think so. Because ethanol gonna need motor gonna need pieces. Yeah, forget it. We're not going to have that. They all gonna have regular paddling boats and sailboats. I think that's the best. Both needed, right? So they have both options. While they learn how to make rafts, because that's going to be fun as well, right? At the school, make a few, have their proper locations to place them, okay? So some they're going to keep themselves at the school. In the future, when field trips for these areas are authorized, they do not get out of own property. Children, teens, no one. Only families together get out of this main street. If needed, we're gonna put 4 meters wall here. Really thick 4 meters wall. Because my friends, the main thing is for us to be safe. Okay, so we can do that. 4 meters wall, and outside gonna be always a team going outside. Already build 2 meters, cement, concrete, all around 2 meters concrete, so we don't have to go too often to those places. Make sure no weeds, no vines, because in rain season, oh, tropical and subtropical, they grow from day to night. So people gonna have focus on their own work and relax and fun time. Field trips to children, teens, only right here. No field trips for preschool students until 2nd grade. Nobody get off their own school. Nobody get off from the main school. They have fun at their own place. Maybe 4th grader can go out. I'm gonna give a detail about that afterwards, okay? Because we need to be safe. Here gonna be 1,000 families sharing those parks, you know, okay? So I think that's great. We can also do up to 5th grade. Nobody can go out. I tell you detail afterwards, but they do not get out. And when they have field trips, they're gonna have field trips here, come back, here, come back, here, come back, here, come back, right? Planting, you know, the woods, right? Some woods can be, because we don't need woods. We need, it's some fruit trees. So here will be the fruit trees, my friends. Here will be the fruit trees we need. Lots of fruit trees and ponds beside them. Here, right? Right here, these areas. And of course at their own residential community. Okay? So I think will be good. So it'll be about 1,000 families if we have 250 in each. Okay, so I tell you details about the number because we want a good number. Maybe 1200, something like that, or 1400. I will tell you after, okay? All right, so we are good like that, and I think it's really reasonable. And oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, the adult education right now, they can study anywhere, right? Even the commercial side. So the university, we don't need a place for adult education here. The university can be here for everyone. Oh no, we need, because in the future, no. Every 1,000 people gonna share one university. That should be here in the back somewhere. Yes, sorry, okay? The university will be here. They can have their adult education right here with the commercial plaza, okay? Because this land is long, remember? So we can have all the few commercial sites selling their items, planting on the back or something, okay? And adult education, because for years people need to learn English and so on. But the university we share with everyone. Yeah, forgot. Okay? All right, my friends, we're doing really great, and I talk to you soon. Okay, so do you know the commercial site that I told you earlier? So, for example, here's the commercial site, close to the main entrance. And here will be the commercial site with health clinics. So health clinics on the future going to be on both sides, some there, some here, because we don't need that many. Or all dental here and all health there, right? Because on the future we're just going to have two main places. But let's say on the beginning they need to be close to the main entrance for that group of people, or even outside. Okay, right there, okay, right there. The trailers I told you for first checkup, yeah, I think that's the healthiest way. They are outside, not inside as I planned. And then as soon as the masonry is ready, they can start bringing their items inside. And as soon as they complete that 1,000 families or whichever we decide, they have those ready sign up families with everything good, okay, they can come in. I think that's the safest way. They don't even go anywhere. All right. The other thing, remember I told you here, we're gonna make the buildings on the back first. So let's say these two, and then these two, remember? Okay. Families that are here, or whichever place, I think here, right? No, not here. Here are the trailers. So families that are sleeping here, and daytime is classes, and families that are sleeping here, and daytime is classes. A few, soon as some are ready, a few of these people can go. And a few, it's for families that are ready to come, with their infants. Yeah, we are going to accept infants, because we cannot leave them out. If they're ready to come in, they're also going to sleep here. So yes, we are going to have a very few beds already here, okay? A very few, maybe, just for the grandparents, right? So they can sleep on a flat, but not on a floor. No one is forbidden to sleep on a floor. So for very elders that have back problem or do not have but cannot sleep on hammocks, so they can have their beds right there. They can share the bed, okay? All right, the bed that's going to be their own on the future, right? Okay, will be two twin beds together, because on the future, I know, can be the couple's bed. So their own parents going to be using a regular small queen beds, yeah. And then the elders, when they move to their new location, they give the bed to their married son and daughters. Okay, so let's say we're going to start at the back. Remember, I told you the buildings on the back going to come first. All right, so a few, maybe 2 families and 4 of those that have babies. So they are safer. and then maybe one family with teens, and 2 or 3 families with babies, toddlers, and young children. So this way, we still have on these areas the strongest people, the teens and the young adults, okay? The strongest families will stay here longer. As soon as we have ready families with baby, toddlers, and children, they already go and move to those locations, okay? I think that's the best because they can stay longer here. And the cabinets, remember I told you about the cabinets that they have locks? Keep using for other arriving families. When the last is the last families of that 1,000 families, right? So they're gonna use that locks to be installed at their living room counters. You know the living room counters? You know, for children to read something, study something that's based, for example, right here by the sliding door, so we can have right there, you see? So they have light coming from from outside, natural light, so they can study something or read something, okay? All right, so yeah, I think that's the safest. So this trailer is gonna be outside, including the shower. Remember I told you the shower gonna be right here, you know, so before they go in, no, everything gonna be outside, okay? All right, we're doing great. Okay, so instead of having the shower right here, everything gonna be outside, the whole property. They only come inside, okay? So we can also do, before anything else, we can get one, right? 1 or 2, start. And soon after we have the first families established on these 2, we can do the main property here. All right. On this side, both sides gonna be 4 meters tall. I think, you know, the back for sure here, it's 4 meters tall for us to be really safe. And I don't know about the sides. The sides might be 2 or might be 4, the sides. But the back for sure will be 4 meters tall. Very thick, 20 centimeters walls right here, okay? And remember, so we have the university, we have the city office right here in the back, okay? The buildings right here for everyone to attend. They walk, run, and have a place to attend, okay? All right, my friends, you're doing great. As soon as those families, the local families can still come. They can still come to the health treatment, dental treatment. They can, because it is our objective to help people, right? Okay, as soon as they're really interested having their practices, so we're going to give just the basic for them to be able to come in. When they come back, they have to take showers, they have to be clean, okay? All right. And as soon as they pass this test, they can start attending inside here. For example, this will be the place. I think that's reasonable, right? As soon as they pass the blood test, or, you know, the basic, you know, so won't be so packed up like this one, you know, it's too many things for the same group of people, because we are attending about a thousand families. So let's say we're gonna share a little bit and not everything outside, not everything inside. So we have a few outside, the main thing, and those that are already approved, they're good, they're doing great. All right, they can start already coming in here for the continuation of what? Their study, complete the dental treatment, complete basic thing, not major things, okay? Not major thing, basic thing. So we see the family can only come complete families with grandparents. If they don't have own grandparents, they can bring another couple of elders that they know for many years. Why? Because we are only going to have complete families here with grandparents. Okay? All right. So This, we're going to tell you afterwards where we're going to share all that, but just for you to have an idea. So on the back, the fourth trailer will be testing. Instead of having here, you know, so here's the school items. Yes, they're real school items, such as clipboards and things like that. We always disinfect the pen, right? And always with mini towels. I think cotton mini towels, like 10 by 10, will be the best. With alcohol, you know, put the pens on a side, and gonna be plastic clipboards instead of wooden. You know that wood, because that wood on the back is rough. Have you seen that material? And it's hard to disinfect, cannot wash. So gonna be very strong and durable plastic, because at the end of the day we disinfect the back, the front, everything with alcohol. Okay, people put a mask on so they don't inhale the alcohol, and they put back their clipboards. So here close by this area here to this trailer, gonna be some picnic tables, the same as used for food. So we can do here and we can do here, because people need to be studying. So they're going to go over details, they're going to be filling up their paperwork. And one of these trailers here going to be registration. So between these two, you know, going to be one beside the other, I guess, and not close here. All right, between these two, they're going to go back and forward to study and do their test. Study, do their test. When they think they're ready to go to the computers, we'll be on the back, one trailer with computers. So you see, far away from the others that is used the most. So inside here, going to be these special ones. The security computer, checking everything, right? Which other one I said? The security, the testing. So those trailers gonna be here, you know, the back. Let's say the back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 trailers. Okay, so one is for security cameras. One is for testing. One is for surgery, for example. Things that we don't use much. Or surgeries can be here. So the doctors are close, yeah, not here. And those 2 trailers for testing. Okay, testing. Testing and registration, sorry, testing and registration, because they have, you know, and classes. PM will be classes. So they can have test and registration in the morning, and PM are classes, so they can, let me think. All tests in the morning and registration in the afternoon or something like that. And yeah, they need to have some classes, some testing and registration done. And we can do every 2 hours a different group. Yeah, I think it's reasonable, okay? And those last 2 trailers here, security, because the security can check here, can check the residential community that they're building here, for example, okay? All right? Or on the very back. Sorry, so they would walk over here then, yeah. All these I showed here will be here, no. Yes, okay? Those 2 the back, all right? We're gonna do this to the back. Okay, all right, so they have all their activities, and closer to the front of this main entrance here, gonna be the ones they don't use so much. It's more for health, remember, the lab and everything else. And they're gonna go across the street after to the masonry, because all these are trailers, gonna go here to the masonry. And then people gonna continue coming, right? They're gonna continue coming, authorize. They pass the basic outside. I think outside will be the blood test and the basic table. So outside gonna be only 2 trailers. Yes. The test collection, the blood collection for the trailer, the lab inside, lab here. So they just collect inside the vaccines and registration, you know, 2 long tables. 2 long tables, and also, of course, a basic screen with very basic information about organization. Before they agree, they need to have something there. All right, I think it's good. People coming from other countries that they already did the lab and everything, we check everything, they already gonna come here for their checkup. Soon as they pass everything, they're already gonna be living at those places I already told you. The hammock living places, okay? All right. Okay, so they don't go outside because they already did. We just have to pass them to all the checking here for us to make sure everything is good. The blood, female, male, all the tests, complete blood test and everything else we talk about, and more study and testing. Okay, more study and test, because at their own country, the main thing is that they're knowledgeable in that area. But then here gonna be more details and so on. Okay, and then even that they are here, no, if they are here, they're gonna have already their own study. They don't need to keep going in and out. Okay, so here, remember I told you that up front here, up front gonna be a hammock place by the clubhouse and one on the back. So we can also have here one trailer, right, for testing, right? I think so. We can have one trailer here with computers, AC, so the computers won't get damaged. As soon as possible, those computers afterwards gonna be part of the schools, universities, right? All computers used, okay? And as soon as possible, they're gonna have 2 trailers here somewhere. One for computer testing and one for security guards. That can be this, because they will be the last ones be taken out. Can be these ones too. I don't know, we see. Or those on the back, and then we put them on the front. No, those on the front. So they can be 2 here, the school, the computer testing, and 1 trailer for security, because they're easily already in a position, right, to get out. So come the heading trailer, connect them, and they go out. Okay? Concrete, if needed, gonna come from other countries. In big ships, whichever is possible. Mixing, they're gonna be on or across, like whichever they come from. They can come on big barges, or they can come on ships, or they can come on roads, whichever is possible. Those trucks need to reach those areas. And everyone, remember here I told you, the university, the city office, remember? So we're gonna have boats, we're gonna have buses, the vans, and we also need tractors, small tractors, okay? Let's say 2 small trucks, because they have to keep aerating all the planting areas. They're gonna be, some will be compacting tractors. So they're gonna be placed here somewhere. They use there and they come back at night. They use, and then they're coming here, they come back at night. Something like that. They come and use here, come back at night. Okay? They come here to make those small parks or fun areas, all right? They come back at night. They're gonna be trimming all around, right? Or compacting all around those 4 or 10 meters. Compacting, so nothing will grow, right? Because after the area we're gonna have real concrete, I think it's 2 meters. We can have 2 meters of what? Maybe, I don't know, maybe gravel or something like that, or another, this maybe is smooth cement and here not, I don't know, because we cannot have anything growing and need to last for a long time. Or we do already 4 meters, very deep, and 4 meters all around the big property. The other thing we have to see that we don't need wall and wall. So if we have wall and wall, needs to be really far away. We can plant here, cotton, or, yeah, we have wall and wall. Yes, we do, because here's 4. We have to see where the sun. So in this case, the sun will be coming this way, right? This way here. And I just have to flip everything around. But it's okay, because the other drawing I made was the other way. But for the sun, where the sun is coming from, for us to have this 4 meters wall and not the other way around, of course, okay? Because those lands, we're gonna make our own roads anyways. We need big roads to go to the main city, right? The main city. So this family bus is going to be sharing with people, so they can go to the city sometimes, they can go to the beach sometimes, but we are going to tell when they can go out. Will be 1 or 2 years. I don't know yet. Why? For us to make sure they don't talk to the wrong people, they don't communicate the wrong people, they don't go the wrong people. So the bus go, the bus come back. Sign in, sign out, we are sure, okay? So here's everything already here going to be with peace points. And we are going to have food for 2 years. 2 years of brown rice and beans and lentils and things like that, while everything else will grow, while we have plenty of chickens, plenty of eggs. Okay, the eggs, though, we will have those trucks. That's the best idea I have for now. So let me get here another place just for chickens, right? Just for chickens, and I let you know. Okay, so as soon as possible, we're gonna have, in different places, I think 2 different places, the chicken houses. We're gonna train them. So people that are already here, gonna train them to go to different locations, because this place, remember, is huge. So one day they're gonna cover this area at their own area. And the other day they go across the street and check another community. So remember here, we have 4 places and 4 places there. So if they are doing, so let's say we have the chickens in one area. Let's say they're here, right? Because here we said it's the meeting, and here's the clubhouse, right? So we have 1 chicken here and the other here, for example. I don't know. So you divide the property in 4, something like that. So these chickens gonna check one day their own area, and one day their side area. And this chicken the same. The next day, those chickens go across the street, and those children go across the street, okay? Before they start building, they can go, and then they start building, and then they don't go when it's busy. They can go here, for example, and each day they share to start going to different places. So we are sure they will take everything out they find on the way. We need a lot, hundreds of them. So we have a lot of eggs, because many people are gonna need. They're a safe source of protein, and with time we're gonna share all these chickens. But for now, that's how they're gonna do, train them. And if they do all their walking, they get their food here, and then sprinkle on the floor good food. Okay, and then they get a little bit. Okay, so you train them to go in that area, train. I did 4, so it's really clear they're gonna be in different locations. And they can stay there the whole day. So if they do morning here, they do PM here. Okay, with another couple. If they do a morning here, they do PM here, something like that. So it's really clear the area. And also, they're also going to come to the middle. All right, that place is established. All right, so you need new chickens. And you're going to share older chickens and new chicks with the communities as they start to get ready. With the races, we're going to get the types we're going to get, right? So we're going to get eggs. The best as possible, we're going to get eggs. Okay? Coming from whichever place, shipped. okay? We can also get real chickens from farmers. But then we have to make sure they are vaccinated. So I think the safest way is for us to have the proper chicken eggs and hatch. So you're gonna put a few for each chicken we already have, okay? All right, so this way I think will be good, will be great. Okay, all right, so on the future, people get out only on vacation days. So they have their Sundays on those parks. I think that's another thing we can do. Families can only get out on real vacation weeks, okay? Because we're gonna have a lot of different places here to have fun and be safe. Okay, great, we're doing great. All right, so let me say a few words about those parks here, the center. We're gonna have different parks, different lakes, right? Or even some fountains, you know, because they can run on solar panel to be beautiful. And some fruit trees we can use as well, right? For festivals on those same exact parks and things like that. People are going to be working at those parks. So here will be like city parks and county parks. Let's say city parks, right? Maybe 4 of them. Okay, so we're going to have some trails for walking, right? Because on summer vacation, people can also walk in other places, not at their only community. And the main thing is protein source. So we have to make sure we are safe. So what we are going to have is eggs. We're not purchasing meat from other places, other sources. You know the meat I told you before? Okay, so we are not using that meat. People that already come here, you know, to our community, we're gonna have eggs, you know. We're gonna have our own eggs until those chickens grow up and we can start. And one of these locations gonna have the chicken to cut, right? To cut those chickens. We're gonna have restaurants at the commercial plazas, okay? All right. So this way gonna be really good. So for us to have 4, maybe we have 2 commercial plazas, you know, because then they can use the back land for something. So will be this one, will be the real last, because we don't need one for university, as I already said, the university is here, okay? And at the commercial areas, we're gonna have some rooms for adult education, okay? And as soon as they keep passing, if they are university students, they already learn more English here. If they are not, they can still go into those places right there, all right? And I think during vacation days, you know, after 1 year, it's okay, they can go out. I think it's reasonable, right? Not to the city, but to a beach. We see each other, we are together, people are together all the time. Yes, let's do that. After 1 year, they can go to the nearby beach or the nearby. Let's focus on beach, right? I think that's really reasonable. And also groups gonna be planting things outside this area, outside good trees, because gonna be woods. That all are back here is still our area. But we have the property line here and maybe 10 meters without any plant, just flat grass that don't need trimming. And they're gonna pull out any weed that will come on the way. So adults can go and plant woods around here, lots of fruit trees, because, you know, bees can travel around and so on. Okay? All right, my friends, we're doing really great. We also have to find places where beehives gonna be, you know, in different locations, such as I think the residential community, the commercial, maybe the commercial plaza is the best, because they're gonna be traveling around, right? They easily travel around. Okay, my friends, we're doing great, and I'll see you soon. Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna make the part 2. Thank you so much, and see you soon.